35 laps is the distance. Brady Bacon on the pole, Zeb Wise on the outside. The High Limit Open presented by K1 Race Gear is going green here at Lincoln Park Speedway.
See what Wise can do here. He tries to get alongside Bacon, but Brady able to get the power down off of 2. He'll go back to the race lead. Wise trying to get to the top side, not going to get there. Bacon leads lap 1.
You can tell that moisture right now on the inside of the track. Bacon leads Zeb Wise second. Justin Sanders moves into the 3rd spot. On your screen, 4th, 5th, and 6th going at it. Corey Eliason in the 71. He gets pushed to the outside of the racetrack. Kyle Larson going to take 4th in the 57.
Yeah, so Larson already on the move here from 5th to 4th in just 2 laps, and he's setting his sights now on Justin Sanders, who runs in that 3rd spot, makes a little mistake, allows Eliason to peek his nose inside, but Larson able to get the door shut. He's going to go to the top side and try and clean off the middle groove.
Kyle Larson in that white 57, looking to the outside of the black 39 of Justin Sanders. That's a battle for 3rd. And kind of like we saw in the B main, Dylan, turns 1 and 2, the middle or upper side of the racetrack, not too bad. In turns 3 and 4, still not blown off enough yet where these guys can get a run.
Yeah, and the bottom is still just so strong, and so the more guys run down there, the more it kicks up loose dirt into that middle groove and just kind of dirties up the higher lanes. So Larson needs some of these guys in the back to run up there with him and clean that off and build a second groove. Kofoid's back there trying to clean it off. Stenhouse was back there as well. There's a bunch of guys at the way back trying to make it happen. But Larson's the lone man up front doing it. He goes around the outside of Sanders and takes 3rd.
Kyle Larson moves into the 3rd position behind your 2nd place car of Zeb Wise, who trails your race leader Brady Bacon by 1.6 seconds. Brady Bacon wasting no time getting out front, but just in front of your race leader. Heavy lap traffic. Cars running 2 and 3 wide in this one. 8 laps down, 27 laps to go.
Yeah, and this is going to be the real test when Brady gets the lap traffic. Where do you go? Because so far everybody's been to the bottom. You see him trying out the high side there, seeing what's up there, if he's able to move around some of these lap cars. For now, Brady goes back to the bottom. Wise isn't close enough to challenge, so he can take his time picking through here a little bit, but he's got to be careful.
Meanwhile, there you see creeping on your screen, Kyle Larson quickly closing in on Zeb Wise as your race leader Brady Bacon tries to muscle his way by Justin Grant in the 17. Behind him, now Wise going to go to the outside. He'll open up the door for Larson. KL going to drive down to the bottom and try to take 2nd away from Wise. Wise shuts the door.
Top just isn't quite as strong, although Larson makes it work there. Got tight on the cushion, able to get the power down. Now they swap. Wise back to the top through 3 and 4. Larson back to the bottom. Zeb makes that work. He's got Justin Grant, the lap car, ahead of him now. As Bacon's in the thick of it, he's got another one down. That's the Chase Stockin car, and now he's working through this group of about 7 or 8 more lap cars straight ahead.
Yeah, 2 lap cars between your race leader Brady Bacon and 2nd place Zeb Wise. Just as we say that, Wise is able to work by Justin Grant, and now just has 1 lap car between himself and Bacon, and he's trimmed that lead down to 1 second. Zeb Wise certainly making up ground on your race leader Brady Bacon, as Kyle Larson making up ground on Zeb Wise. KL going to drive down to the inside of Wise, trying to take the 2nd spot away in turns 1 and 2. Wise right now with a little more momentum. Larson going to try back on the inside.
And I think Kyle's a little better here through 3 and 4. Tries to slide up there, but couldn't do it. So Zeb able to get back down, and now he's got to get back to the bottom here. Larson's still searching for anything to get around Wise. He's kind of held up, and now he clears him. Finally made that top side work off of 2. Larson goes to 2nd, Wise back to 3rd. Everybody still chasing Brady Bacon, who's 3 lap cars ahead of Kyle Larson right now.
16 laps scored, 19 laps to go. Brady Bacon, like a hot knife through butter at the back of the field, is able to put another lap car between himself and Kyle Larson. 4 lap cars now between he and Larson. Larson has the proverbial rear view mirror full of Justin Sanders. Sanders trying to put the Swindell Speed lap 39 up into P2. They go wheel to wheel through turns 3 and 4. Sanders on the inside, Larson on the outside.
Yeah, Sanders got around Wise. Now he's going to get around Larson with nowhere to go. There's 2 lap cars down there right in the bottom lane. That's going to allow Larson, and now we go yellow. Problem in turn number 4. Looks like Chad Kimenaw and Zach Hampton, the 235 cars, stopped over there.
So the yellow flag flies right at the halfway point. Unofficially, 18 laps scored, 17 laps to go. We'll see if that was an official lap. Your race leader since the drop of the green has been Brady Bacon. And Bacon You thought that maybe, Dylan, when he got to lap traffic, that might allow the rest of the field to close in, and they did momentarily, but these last few laps, Brady Bacon has just been slicing his way through the back of the field. Behind him, a phenomenal battle for second. Green flag going to wave this time by. Again, 18 scored, 17 to go. Brady Bacon is your leader.
Brady turns down the hill, gets on the gas, nice jump. He's out front by himself and goes back to work on the bottom. Sanders going to try and rip a good one on the top side here. He gets back to the right rear. Brady committed to the bottom through 3 and 4. That's a little better, but Sanders is there. Nose to tail for the race lead.
Justin Sanders making it work. Kyle Larson.
Larson, he's got a flat right rear. And Brent Marks was slow as well, but Kyle Larson, I thought maybe he had a flat right rear. It looks a little low. And then Brent Marks is stopped over here at the top of turn 1 as well.
Boy, what a turn of events on this restart here in the High Limit Open, presented by K1 Race Gear. So Larson will get shoved back into the work area, and we'll see if that crew goes to work on the Silva 57. And Brent Marks again picked up the win in the historical big one in Kings Royal at Eldora earlier this year with trouble on the 19M.
So Larson's not even going to go all the way back there in the work area, but the crew goes to work right away. Looking at the right rear corner of the race car over there in turn 3 off the racetrack. And again, we'll try and get Brent Marks refired as well over here at the entry of turn number 1.
So he did get one extra lap in. 19 laps are officially scored, 16 laps to go in the High Limit Open, presented by K1 Race Gear. And Haley Shanley, you've been down in the infield. Did you have any inkling as to what happened on the 57 of Kyle Larson on that one lap that we were able to get in?
No, unfortunately, I do not. I was not able to see the incident that led to ultimately him pulling into the work area. We will see if they are going to re-enter the racetrack. Right now, they're still hard at work trying to get that tire swapped out. But, man, one thing that has been so tough for these drivers is, especially early on in that race, there was bumping and banging. There was some trading paint, slicing and dicing all over the place. No shortage of a contact. So it's cleaned up a little bit, but still, this race is not without a ton of adversity.
Thank you, Haley. And it does look like they're changing the right rear on Kyle Larson's car. They brought a new one, or a different one, I should say, on the top of the mule there over in 3 and 4. And that's what they're doing right now. Have the car jacked up, and they'll change that and send him back out there. Brent Marks is over there as well at the top of turn 3, and his crew is running frantically trying to find the parts they need to get the 19M back on the racetrack.
There's a good look at the Falcon Brothers Trucking, Finley Farms, FloRacing, JVI Auto Group, number 57 of Kyle Larson. And he is going to make his way back out on the track at the tail end of the field. So again, 19 down, 16 to go. Your revamped lineup finds Brady Bacon and Justin Sanders still at the front of the field. Corey Eliason suddenly finds himself in third. Buddy Kofoid from 9th up to 4th, and Zeb Wise now rounds out the top 5.
And something to watch here is not only, of course, Larson just trying to see how many spots he can get, but that bounty's only in effect if he gets back to the top 10. So everybody else wants him to get to the top 10 because they're going to get a little bit bigger payday. So Kyle may not, but he's going to certainly try to get as far forward as he can. But that's where he's got to get to, at least 10th, for that bounty to be in effect.
You get Brent Marks to rejoin the field in his position, which should be just behind. And the 57 of Kyle Larson in there as they get the last few cars on the speedway lined up in this double file restart. And we'll be ready to go back to green flag racing with 19 scored, 16 to go in the High Limit Open, presented by K1 Race Gear. Yellow light's going to be turned off. Your flagman looks like the Statue of Liberty. That means we are going green flag racing next time by. Again, Brady Bacon on the inside, Justin Sanders on the outside. Then it'll be Corey Eliason and Buddy Kofoid in row 2, starting positions 3 and 4, and 5th and 6th, row 3, Zeb Wise and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Again, 19 down, 16 to go in the High Limit Open, presented by K1 Race Gear, going back to green flag racing this time.
Let's see what Brady does here. He gets another good jump. Does he stay on the bottom or go go to the top to defend from Sanders. He does. He goes to the kind of middle. That wasn't the move. He missed the bottom. Sanders goes to the point down the back straightaway. Brady going to try to hit the bottom again here off of 4, but it's too little too late for now. Sanders by a nose at the line. Brady back to a half car width off the bottom. Sanders rips the top and goes to the lead.
23 one-thousandths of a second was the advantage by Justin Sanders that last time by. Yellow flag is out. And Brett Marks with issues on the 19M at the tail end of the field. He was able to get it righted, but not before the yellow flag flew. We're about to find out as the yellow lights have been turned off. The green flag is going to wave this time by. Again, 20 laps scored, 15 laps to go in the High Limit Open presented by K1 Race Gear.
Sanders has got to clip that moisture off the bottom of 4, and he does, and indeed goes right back to the top side. So Brady goes to that half car width off the bottom again, and it's going to cost him another spot. Corey Eliason goes to second, Bacon back to third, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and then Austin Energy 17 looking for third around the outside of Bacon at the line. Brady has it, but Stenhouse is there.
Stenhouse going to move into position number 3. He's got Brady Bacon down on the inside. Don't look now, Buddy Kofoid right there as well. Sanders leads. Elias in second. Then it's a gaggle of cars. Stenhouse, Bacon, Kofoid, Bowman, and others.
Stenhouse really good there off the bottom of turn number 2. He is making it work. Sanders goes back to the top as the race leader. Eliason still committed to the bottom. Kofoid in third there in that white Indy Race Parts 11. He's going to try the top in 2 as well.
Corey Eliason looking pretty good down on the inside of the racetrack right now, Dylan. He's got the 71 glued to the bottom. Meanwhile, Sanders remains married to the top. Kofoid married to the top as well. Good race here amongst the top 3. Sanders leads with 11 laps to go.
And there's a hole right at the top side on the entry to turn number 1. It's tripped a couple guys up, and the cushion is back and 4. It's starting to build up high over there at the exit of turn 4. Sanders over that hole, Kofoid over the hole in 1, but Eliason is right there. That white car on the bottom lane running second, but he wants the lead.
This is fun, man. Down 9 laps to go. If we have any cautions from here on out, it will be a single file restart. Corey Eliason just keeps chipping away, and as he chips away at your race leader, your third place car, Buddy Kofoid, chips away at him. Toss a blanket over the top 3, 8 laps to go.
Buddy Kofoid, we got one slow on the back straightaway. Right as the leaders come across there, he'll get off the racetrack and will stay green here. Sanders goes to the bottom. Kofoid to the top side now with Eliason there in third. Here's the battle for the lead in 1.
Buddy Kofoid gonna pull the crossover on Sanders, and you're gonna try to bring Eliason with him. Can't do it. Kofoid, your new race leader. Sanders tucks in line in second. He'll move back down to the bottom, this time by 6 to go.
That bottom just starting to go away a little bit. Kofoid bangs off the cushion at the entry to turn number 1, keeps his foot in it, gets through that hole, and pulls away from Sanders down the backstretch as another car dives off the racetrack. That's Justin Grant. Kofoid continues to stretch it out. 5 laps to go.
5 flanges in the air, and you got to think that your race leader, Buddy Kofoid, sees the lap traffic in front of him. He wants to go as hard as he can, but he also doesn't want to catch the tail of the field as one of the cars in front of him, Mitchell Moles, just slipped up the racetrack. He's going to have no choice. Buddy Kofoid is going to encounter lap traffic. He's going to get it quick now. 4 to go.
Yeah, it's Mitchell Moles in front of him here. What's Kofoid going to do? He'll go through the middle, try and slide Moles across the racetrack up to the cushion, taps it ever so slightly. So Kofoid clear the lap car. No pressure from Justin Sanders behind him. He's about 10 car lengths or so back. Same distance back to Eliason and Stenhouse there in third and fourth.
Boy, that big cushion is treacherous this time by. 2 laps to go as it's like walking a tightrope for your race leader, Buddy Kofoid. Sanders trying to tiptoe around the top side as well and gain ground. A lap and a half remaining.
Man, that ledge in 1 is gnarly. It's picking up the left front there every time Kofoid goes through it. Sanders is trying to reload here. He's got it down to about 4 car lengths, but it's the white flag for Kofoid.
Sands are running out of the hourglass. Buddy Kofoid up high. Justin Sanders up high. Sanders, oh, he hits the cushion down in 1 and 2 and loses ground. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. The winner of the High Limit Open presented by K1 Race Gear is Buddy Kofoid. Second spot will go to Justin Sanders, Corey Eliason third, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. fourth, and Zeb Wise will round out the top 5. Unofficially, Alex Bowman 6th, Brady Bacon 7th, Hunter Schurenberg 8th, Tyler Courtney 9th, and unofficially, Unofficially, Kyle Larson finishes 10th, which would mean each of the drivers in front of him would split a $10,000 bounty, courtesy of Kyle Larson and Brad Sweet.
You got it done. How about that charge? But how about the driver of that 11 car? What a performance from Buddy Kofoid. Fearless on the top side in turn number 1, made it work in turn 3 as well. And he'll go to scales off the racetrack, and then we'll chat with Haley he'll chat with Haley Shanley down on the front straightaway. And he'll get out of this 11 car and celebrate a hard-earned victory. And here he comes to the top of the wing. How about it, race fans? Buddy Kofoid, your winner at the Lincoln Park Speedway. Let's go down to Haley Shanley.
Thanks, guys. What a thriller that one was. And not just the final laps, end to end. This one had us on the edges of our seats. I could not be more thrilled to catch up with Buddy Kofoid as soon as he gets the helmet off and arrives here in front of the car. $22,522 plus, as you mentioned, an even bigger payout because we're splitting up that $10,000 since Kyle Larson did finish in the top 10. So huge earnings here in the inaugural showing. He's going to get the Hoosier Band official series hat, and we'll catch up with Buddy. And this, my friends, is just a teaser as to what's to come for 2023 for the High Limit Open Series. Buddy Kofoid. Buddy Kofoid, that was the powerhouse move of the night that you made that pass for the lead. What were you seeing out there, and how good does it feel to be up here for the first time of this series?
It was just, early on, I figured it was right around the bottom, and obviously it was so dirty to go up there and I didn't want to be the first one up there and try and clean it off because I feel like I would have lost spots doing that. And, and then I saw it got cleaner and cleaner, and on that end of that long first green flag run, I went to the top a couple times and could feel it working. And luckily I didn't show anyone that it came in, at first. And then, some of the restarts are starting bottom top, you get shuffled back and forth. And, I just knew I needed a long green flag run. I figured I would be okay. And, just it's so treacherous with the hole into one, it throws your front end weird, or, you got to straddle it. And so I finally just found a rhythm. And, I figured if I was the most consistent on the top, that I should get off the fastest and the straightest, and was able to get around Corey. Then I think Justin might have messed up and went to cover the bottom, and I railed 3 and 4 really good and was able to just get to his bumper and slide him. And I knew if like I said, if I could just run super smart and straight and put the lappers away quickly, I think I should be okay. So cool to get a win at Lincoln Park. I would have thought it would have been maybe in a midget first, but it's cool to have win cars back here. And, Kyle and Brad have done an awesome job, with this new series, and it's a lot of fun. And hopefully we can come back here again in a win car.
Well, we look forward to it. Thanks for a great race. This is Buddy Kofoid, winner of the inaugural Kyle Larson High Limit Open, presented by K1 Race Gear, taking home $22,522 plus some bonus payout. Justin Sanders, a terrific run for you in this one. After the night that you and this team have had, how good does it feel to be up here in victory lane with the top 3?
Well, it feels pretty bad right now after leading a lot of that race at the end and getting drove by Buddy. I just, man, that one car was pulling off the track, and I kind of had to go to the bottom, and I lost all my momentum, and Buddy just came in just flying, and he was setting a torrid pace. Even when he got by me, he was setting a torrid pace. And I guess I was leading. I didn't know how hard to push it. I didn't want to drive it off the racetrack. I don't know. I'm just kind of bummed right now. I just feel like that was close. $22,000 is a lot of money to be racing for, and Brad and Kyle have really brought money into this sport. And I mean, even us running second, I think paid 11 grand. I mean, that's amazing. I don't think I've ever won over 11 grand in my life, but I'm just disappointed for Kevin and these guys. They've really put in a lot of work, and Kevin brought me out here to see what I could do, and we've had an awesome 2 weeks. I can't thank Kevin and Joe and Amy and all the crew enough for bringing me out here. I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I let that slip away a little bit. So just, I don't know. I'm just really bummed. Happy for Buddy. He's one of my really good friends. Proud of that team. I guess if it wasn't me, I'd rather it be Buddy to win. So, but this one's going to be hard to swallow for a long time.
Well, understandable. What an incredible effort by Justin Sanders and the entire operation.
Sorry, I want to say a couple more things. I got to thank Bubbly Brands and everybody for bringing me out here. Hoff Farms, FK Rod Ends, J. Davidson Scrap Metal, Curb Records, Clark's Pools. Sorry, I'm trying to remember all these guys off the top of my head. High Performance Lubricants. I think I got a lot of them. So I got to thank everybody for bringing me out. This 2.5 weeks was a once in a lifetime experience. So I just got to thank them for bringing me here.
Thank you so much. This is Justin Sanders. Corey Eliason finishing P3 tonight. Corey, this is a big redemption round for you and the team. You said it was a very trying week just a couple days ago at Knoxville, but come out here, you and this team really finding traction. What's your reaction to this run?
I mean, obviously, I'm going to be upset. We didn't win. We didn't come here to run second or third, but it wasn't bad. I got committed to the bottom, and I committed to it, and I struggled with it a little bit, and kind of lost some, gained some, and I kept looking, and I saw the top kind of getting cleaned off, and I could hear somebody back there, and it's very difficult with open headers to justify kind of where they're at. So I just kept staying next to Justin. I think I was side by side with him coming out of every turn for 4 or 5 laps, and so I just really committed to it. And Buddy just kind of caught us off guard because we were racing, and he had basically a catbird seat to kind of pick and choose where he wanted to go. And hats off to that team, but they were definitely fast. But we'll be back. I'm not sure when we're going to go race again, but I know we definitely have speed here, and I can't thank Bernie and Betsy and Jacob enough for kind of jumping in kind of when I lost my ride and kind of helping me and keeping me going, and them having faith in me and sticking with me. So I'm just happy to be here, a new track, and like I said, or you told me, it's only 30 minutes from home, so that's the coolest part. So hopefully we can get more wing races in Indiana. I know it's kind of foreign out here is what I'm starting to learn, but hopefully the fans, they liked it, and they'll tell their friends, and hopefully we can get more wing shows here.
Well, we really enjoyed that. A great run. Corey Eliason P3 tonight at the inaugural Kyle Larson High Limit Open presented by K1 Race Gear.